The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Hiring press conference, you envisioned that the first game wouldn't be September 5th against West Georgia. It was going to be on March 13th against UVA Wise. Just open us up with a statement about this weirdness and playing when typically Carson-Newman has wrapped up its spring practice.
It is extremely unique and different. When we did do that, we were thinking West Georgia and prepping as fast as we could to get ready to play. But, life threw us a curveball, and so we're trying to step into it and hit it the best we can. There's been some positives. We've got a lot of young guys that we've been able to do a lot of coaching with. It's going to be interesting to kind of get them out, get them on the field, kind of see, how good of coaches we are, going from scratch. We've got, like I said, just a lot of guys with we had to do a lot of things as far as getting new reps and kind of adjusting, and we had coming in new offensively, and not getting spring practice. I know everyone's kind of going through it, but it does present some unique challenges, and so it's going to be interesting to see kind of what this looks like.
I think of what the men's basketball program went through to start their season. That was no scrimmages, no outside competition, no nothing, and a lot of learning on the fly. How much of that is true for what you're about to endure for these next 5 weeks?
I think that really sums up what we're doing. That's one thing that we talked about. Our biggest goal is to make sure that we get better every day. And we talk to our guys about that every single day. When we go out to practice, when we finish, are we better than we were yesterday? And so that's the biggest goal that we have going into the season is, every day, every game, every week, the biggest thing we're looking for is improvement.
What's a reasonable expectation for the first ever March football game for Carson-Newman?
I don't know, because the biggest thing for us is just our expectation is for our kids to go out and give us their very best. And so that's what we'll look for, and that's what we'll challenge them on every single play was, did you do it the best you can? And so that's going to be the big measuring stick as we kind of go through these games. And, that hopefully will propel us into being better than we were right now here today.
How much of what your approach is focused on the fall of 21?
The biggest thing for fall, that's kind of fall has been our real big objective. Everything that we've done, the fall has kind of really been the target. Still knowing that we aren't going to minimize what we're doing now. We're still going to go out and attack every day and do it the best we can. But the big deal for us is going to be to make sure that we can propel our guys, from the spring season into our fall season.
You got some veterans back, but let's face it, this team got hit pretty hard due to graduation from 2019 with the entire secondary gone, 4/5 of the offensive line gone, but you did bring back your starting quarterback, you bring back the freshman of the year in Troy Dendy. Romaine Kelly's obviously a threat at wide receiver. What sticks out to you about what you have in terms of the skill positions offensively?
Skill position, we're excited about what we have there. Romaine, it's really a great opportunity for him to kind of excel and kind of push himself forward. So we've really challenged him as far as kind of taking some ownership in what we're doing offensively. Tyler started a couple games for us last year, but was never consistently the starter. He's still kind of battling. Tyler's one of those guys in a unique situation. He's a nursing student and he's finishing up his clinicals, and this is like to where he would have finished his football season in the fall. Now it's kind of gotten a little bit mixed up and confused with the spring semester, but we're pulling for Tyler to kind of keep pushing and moving forward. He's been a good fixture for us in this program over a long period of time, so we're excited seeing how he kind of end out his career here.
Defensively, no Des Farrell, no Darius Williams, a bunch of All-Americans gone in that defensive backfield. What's the process been like to fill a defensive backfield that had, more than 150 combined career starts?
That part's been interesting too, but Coach Slade, Coach Goss, those guys, they do a really good job of working with those guys there. Jalen Anderson's a guy that was set last year that we're expecting to be a good player for us. Been really impressed with Kendall Williams coming in as a freshman. And really kind of, getting to the point to where we think, down the road he's going to be a really good player for us. So it's going to be exciting to watch those guys and see how they respond in game situations.
I think the thing that's been interesting for everybody is how little information there is on everybody. And, you know, I'm a part of that problem because normally we're pushing out position previews, and the same's true for other folks in the league. But you look at UVA-wise, there's no preseason poll this year, there's no preseason all-conference. What's it like to get ready for a game where, you know, informationally, there's just not as much stuff as there would be in a given year?
There's just not, like you said, there's not a whole lot out there. So our focus has been on us, you know, to go out every single day, fundamentally to work to get better, to like teach the little things, teach guys details, talk about situations and places in games to where different things matter. And so that's kind of been the primary focus, and not necessarily worried about who we play, but worried more so about what we do.
I feel like in the past year, one mindset that everybody has had to take on is just taking things as they come, whether that be in preparation or if you had to have game time, you're having that mentality. As you're heading into the spring, knowing there is still that focus on trying to get guys to grow, how important is it to take that mindset from practice of taking things as they come and translating them onto the field?
You know, for us, the big thing we talk to guys about is generating good habits. You know, what we want to go out and we want to make things automatic without being an autopilot. You know, we don't want to just kind of cruise through and get things done, but we want to train in a way that guys see things and they instinctively respond to them. So that's been a really big push of like breaking old habits and kind of being a little bit more instinctive on responding to situations and plays.
Anything else?